Oh, hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Texas, San Antonio. We're on the south side of San Antonio here. We're at the Mission Concepcion. And according to the research I was doing online, I think this was established in 1711 from when the Spanish colonial culture from Mexico came up here and set this up before they settled the Behar area around San Antonio. And there's 5 Spanish missions down here. This is the oldest that survives. I think they tried to establish some in Texas as early as 1690, but this is the Mission Concepcion. It's south of the Riverwalk area in San Antonio, where we were at yesterday and this morning. And here it shows they got all this. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, I think, along with some of the other ones, Mission San Jose, but they quarried, shows some of the indigenous people that the Spanish were trying to convert down here at that time. Good morning, Kitty. Denise, good morning. Yeah, I'm on early here because we're going to do this Spanish mission first before we do the Mission San Jose, which is, we're on the south side of San Antonio here. And we'll give a quick tour of this one, and then we'll head down to the other one. I think these are free to visit, and I've been to it once before. It was over 10 years ago here. I got my father with me. You see, here's the parking area, and it's a quick 5-minute drive south of downtown San Antonio. Here's what shows what it looked like. Yeah.
The limestone pit.
Yeah, the limestone quarry.
How they built that.
Look at that. Here's an artist's conception of what this looked like in the 1700s when they first built this Mission Concepcion. And there it is, right there. We'll head right over there. I think you can go inside. Annette, Danny, how's it going? Lisa, Mel, Cesar, how's it going? Yeah. It's snowing cold in Omaha. Yeah, so I'll show you some palm trees and beautiful blue skies. We're going to get up to the upper 60s today. It's probably in the 50s now, but I'm wearing short sleeves. Let's check out this church. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. And yeah, I've been posting videos to TikTok of the Riverwalk. University of Oklahoma band was on one of the boats going by. We caught that, and I'm neutral. I'm not promoting University of Oklahoma over Arizona. Arizona is playing Oklahoma in the Alamo Bowl, which happens, I think, tomorrow, and so there's a bunch of people in San Antonio for that. The hotels are full, but I'm down here with my dad here. We spent the whole week with my sister last week for the holidays, and now we're touring some of the historic sites in Texas. Think of this. We learned the history from the British colonial perspective. This is the Spanish colonial perspective, and of course they were in Texas long before the American culture. And that's why this still exists here. Here's an old well. Look at that. They closed it up. Yeah, they closed up the well. You can't fall down the well. That's good. But hey, Denise, supposed to be a blizzard in Chicago. Oh, great. Well, that's why I'm down here. People are like, "Why are you in Texas?" That's why we're getting a respite from the wintry weather there. Yeah, and that blizzard. We've lucked out so far. There wasn't. All we got from my perspective, we got that snow around Halloween, and we're due for a big snowstorm in Chicago. But I'm in San Antonio. We're down here by Mission Concepcion, and think of this: 1711. And this is the oldest unrestored stone church within the continental United States that I know of. And I guess there must be some other colonial ones, maybe in St. Augustine or something. Of course, think of St. Augustine in Florida was established in 1560. We think that, of course, we always skip over the indigenous histories that existed for millennia before this. And then, but the Spanish always came first with the Portuguese as far as the colonizers. And then came the British, or then came the French, and that's the reason the Spanish established this, so the French couldn't get a foothold on the mouth of the Mississippi, which is what happened around New Orleans, and that's why. Yeah.
Church don't.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take my hat off. Yeah, it's a church here. So we'll be respectful. Is that they still have masses here, as far as I understand, and people are, yeah, the church entrance here. We'll go inside the beautiful entrance here. Nope. Here we are inside the Mission Concepcion. And yeah, look at this. Look at this. And look at the dome. They got the balcony back here. If you just joined, we're in San Antonio. We're at the Mission Concepcion. And it's stone walls. And here, I think on either side here, you will go on either side. The Adobe to again, I'm not doing this to promote any religion over the other. We're just showing a historic, significant building. This is a World UNESCO Heritage Site, and they still use this as a church. And you can go on either side. State. But here we'll go back outside and we'll go around the outside here. Mission Concepcion here, San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, so there's the mass schedule. Look at the side there, and beautiful blue skies. Oh, the stone walls break up the signal. Yeah, okay. Thanks. Sorry if I broke up in there. I'll head back outside. We'll do the best we can. I have to remember, yeah, the stone walls the cell signal does not, or the streaming signal does not like these stone walls that are really thick. So if I broke up there, thanks for sticking with me. I always push the limits of where I could stream, you know. But, you know, with the thick walls, you know, it happens sometimes when we go in the historic buildings in Chicago there. I go inside the thick walls and we lose the stream here. But hopefully we got it back here. It says I'm streaming 3,800 kilobits per second. So we'll head under the... Here's more stone walls. Maybe I should be careful. Good. Thanks, Michael. Thanks for tuning in. We'll just walk straight through here. And here they got some more artist renderings of what this used to look like. I'll pay attention to my bit rate streaming here, and don't want to lose my dad. Look how short the doors are. So I'm 6'1", and this is about 5'4", maybe the height of the door. I noticed I did, you know, I have gone to Mexico. I've been to Guadalajara and Zacatecas, the state of Zacatecas and Jalisco, and I noticed the doors. I always would have to stoop down under the doors here. Yeah, it shows about the indigenous people that lived here. Here's talks about the mission architecture here. The Mission Concepcion was built. The church was built by Indian, Spanish, and mixed plus mestizo artisans under the direction of a Franciscan friar, and it was dedicated 1755. So even though they established this in 1711, the building we're looking at is 1755. And I guess I need to look how they had the cemetery right in front of the entrance. Isn't that interesting? And so when we walked in, that's where the cemetery was. I don't know if the bodies are still there. And here you can walk right through the back here. Let's go to the back. Look at that door. So again, this Mission Concepcion. We're in the southern part of the city of San Antonio. We're still within the city. There's a neighborhood that surrounds this. This is right within, you get off of I-10, and there's a parking lot, and there's a neighborhood where people live right here, right across the street. There's a park, and we're near the southern portion of the San Antonio River. Yeah, you got to watch your head. That's what always happened to me when I was down in Mexico. I would always be hitting my head on the top of it because you forget, you know, and I'd be like running through, or they would be chasing me with a scorpion, and I'd hit my head because we found scorpions in the sink when we were down in Mexico. It was funny. But here we're in San Antonio, you know, and it's a place where you can feel the history of the Spanish colonial more than, you know, maybe, you know, besides like Santa Fe, El Paso and San Antonio, of course. And, you know, I guess, you know, California cities used to have this to some extent, what's left of it. There's 5 Spanish missions down here that you can tour, and we're going to tour a few of them here. And this is just the first one we're stopping at today here. So, hey, Christopher, thanks for tuning in. Denise, Roxanne, Michael, thanks everybody. Yeah, we're here at this mission Concepcion. I guess you can walk around the bank here. And I guess they restored the dome. It looks like they restored the dome. That's why it's a lighter color there. And here we'll walk around this side. We'll get you a whole view of the front here. Oh, we're lucking out with the weather. I mean, if you look at the forecast for San Antonio and Austin, we got 3 days of sunshine, upper 60s degrees. I mean, it's just so pleasant. And that's why I'm fortunate I got to go down here with my father and spend time in Houston with my sister, my brother-in-law, and my nephews. And we'll be back with them for New Year's. We're going to celebrate New Year's with them back in Houston. But this week we're going on the road here. We're down in San Antonio checking out these Spanish missions, a World UNESCO Heritage Site. And the Alamo, of course, is one of the 5 Spanish missions, but this is Mission Concepcion. And it's free to visit. We just drove down here and parked in the parking lot. And we're going to go down to Mission San Jose, which is larger. It has the wall intact, and look how beautiful that looks. Yeah, it's older. Yeah, this is actually older than the Alamo. Think of that. Not by much, but you know, it was built at the same time, middle of the 1700s. And think of that. The cemetery, according to that artist renting, the cemetery was right here in front of the entrance to the church. Yeah, take a field trip with the kids. That's why we're showing this, and it'll go into the reruns here. I know not everybody's available to watch, you know, whenever I go live, and that's why the good thing about YouTube, it goes right into the reruns there. They got a grotto over here. We'll check out the grotto, and there's a shrine. My father's over here checking it out. Look how beautiful it looks with the palm trees. We got beautiful blue skies here. Yeah, it's getting you out of the winter in Nebraska. Thanks for tuning in, Lisa, and checking out the bright, beautiful sunshine we got down here in San Antonio. We're lucking out. I'm gonna have to whip out the sunscreen. But here, yeah, they got this little grotto. Let's check it out. The shrine over here to the side. Look how nice this is. Is that nice? Yeah, look at that.
Look at the depiction of Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know it's more.
It's like Mary, right? Yeah. Look at that. They decorate it with flowers. Look at that, yeah. Look at these. Yeah, and we did see cactus along the side of the road. Here's a little cacti. And these are like agave plants or some type of succulent. So we're hitting the more arid parts of Texas. If you go west of here, you'll get into the hill country and you'll see a lot more cactus and tumbleweed and armadillos and things like that. Yeah, the Spanish architecture is amazing, and that's why I wanted to showcase this, because where else, you know, besides like Santa Fe, do you get this true Spanish colonial architecture before this was part of the United States, when this was claimed by claimed by Spain, then became Mexico, then became Texas. Of course, the indigenous Caddo Indians, and of course the Apache and Comanche were north and west of here, and then they would, yeah. What's that?
You can see how they reinforced the walls. And
Oh, okay.
Drains pipes at the top, like the gargoyles.
Oh, they got the gargoyles. Yeah, but they got some drainage. Yeah, you can see the drainage from the side here. We're going the side here of the Mission Concepcion. You see that white part, the dome. I guess they restored that, but this stone walls. That's what he's talking about. Look, let me zoom in here. Look at that. Yeah, it's kind of like the gutters there, getting the water drainage from the roof. Look at that. And I guess this is like a school over here. Let's see. I don't know what that is. But yeah, there's a lot of people here checking out the. Some of these people might be in town for the Alamo Bowl, which I guess is happening tomorrow. Arizona plays University of Oklahoma. And I did see a lot of University of Oklahoma people. I didn't see as many Arizona people, but maybe they're still coming in here. Look how you can see the writing. Look at this stone. Mission El de Perez. Huh. Look at this architecture here. Look at that, the towers, the door. So we won't spend too much time here. You know, we already went in there. We'll probably hop back in the car, and then I'll end this live, and then we'll go live again for longer, probably starting at noontime about. We'll go down to the Mission San Jose, and let me see if there's anything else I missed in here. Here, so they got a nice display. I had to duck down about the Franciscans, the Coatecans, Indians of the missions, and Indians of the Native Americans of the San Antonio area, and Jim Bowie and Crockett and all them defended it against Santa Ana were indigenous people that were mestizo and indigenous, true indigenous people that came from the Spanish culture here. And a lot of them remained even after this became part of Texas. Look at this. Look at these rooms. Look at the ceiling there. Look at the. This is. I wonder if this goes back to the original 1700s. You know, look how they built the shelves right into the wall there, the doors, and like above the doors, all this. This is almost like we're in medieval times, but we're here. There, conserving the wall paintings. Okay, good. The Franciscan friars painted these decorations 1756, and they restored these. And I don't know why they call this an unrestored church, because they did do some restoration, I guess, to preserve this. You see how it's damaged a little bit, but that's the original artwork that the Franciscan friars did in 1756 here in San Antonio. You know. Am I missing any questions here? Ole! That's great. The way I roll, thanks for being on. Yeah, the whole year of Texas history. Yeah, you must have took school in Texas. That's great. Yeah, well, I got Indiana history. I went to school in Indiana, and we got Indiana history, so we learned about Gus Grissom. I'm sure you learned all about the Alamo and yeah, the missions built an empire. Look at this. Yeah, the colonial empires, religious life, some of the indigenous cultures. Look at that. So it shows you history's so vast. History's so vast. Look out through this window. It's like you're looking out through time. You know, imagine in 1500s, they might have looked out and saw something similar, or the 1700s, 1750s, they might have looked out and saw something similar here. Oh yeah, all the different Indian tribes. It's amazing. It wasn't just the Comanche and the Apache. It was all these. They were, even more than the Caddo Indians. The Caddo Indians were more towards the piney woods. Here it shows how up from Mexico, they established missions in Florida, Texas, even up New Mexico, up the Rio Grande, and California. And there was colonial influence from France and England, and France was trying to get down here to control the Mississippi. And of course, the conquistadors conquered Mexico, but then they came up from the south. And remember, I always talk about the Melungeons. The Melungeons got marooned here from the Spanish Empire, and they couldn't get back. And they mixed with the indigenous population, became a true American mestizo that's forgotten to history. And most people that think they have Cherokee ancestry in America really have Melungeon ancestry. And it goes back to the Spanish coming up and trying to make colonies down by Pensacola and Mobile Bay in the 1500s, because they were also making colonies in Santa Augustine and St. Helena, which is by Paris Island in South Carolina. And, you know, we forget that there were Spanish colonies in South Carolina in the 1500s that failed. They failed like Roanoke. We don't talk about them in history, but there's evidence, you know, just like this. There's the evidence, you know, it's still here. And so here, we'll leave this area. We'll go down to Mission San Jose. Thanks for tuning in here. And so we'll be back on. We're going to take a little drive. And this second mission is even larger. So if you want to check out some more of the Spanish colonial history in San Antonio, tune in about 20 minutes. We should be back live. But thanks for tuning in for Mission Concepcion here. We'll get you some more coverage of San Antonio with this beautiful sunshiny day. We're going to get up to the upper 60s and look at all these people coming here. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to research it. I just look it up on Wikipedia. I can't keep all this stuff in my head. Let's see what this information thing is before we sign off here. My father's over here. They got restrooms here. They got a nice little visitor center in association with this, which is nice. And again, these are World UNESCO Heritage Sites, which are, you know, up there with like the Mayan pyramids and the look at that, the Native American heritage sites we have. So here's where we're at. We're at Mission Concepcion. We're going to go down to Mission San Jose, and then there's Mission San Juan. We might be going to Mission San Jose. Maybe this is the big one. One of these is the big one. They got dams, they got aqueducts, and there's Mission Espada, and Espada Aqueduct was part of an extensive system of irrigation aqueducts that watered the mission fields around here. Look at that. So I think we're going to this one next. So we'll try to go to Mission San Jose. Here's the Alamo. See the Alamo, Mission Concepcion, Mission San Jose, Mission San Juan, and Mission. Those are the 5 Spanish missions, and they're all in downtown San Antonio or south of San Antonio, and they were all along the San Antonio River, and they called this Behar in the 1700s before the became part of Texas. That's nice. Hey, thanks everybody. So we'll be back. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll post this to YouTube, and we'll be back on in like 15-20 minutes. Thanks a lot, everybody. From Texas, we'll talk to you later. Look at this beautiful sky here. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. We'll see you in a little bit. Thanks a lot.